Well, we've learned quite a bit about the services that the U.S. Commercial Service offers here at the fair, both before, during, and after the show. And now we're going to spend the next few minutes talking about some best practices that have been communicated to us by the successful U.S. companies that have been here at the show for many years. You won't want to miss this segment.
Sales success strategy number 1 takes place before you even get here. It's called preparation.
You should make a decision probably 6 months ahead of time that you want to participate. And you should do some market research to understand what your potential target market would be, develop a mailing list, develop a contact list.
George Ruffner of the U.S. Commercial Service.
You just don't want to be standing there and have people walking by. You want to have done that work in advance. You want to have people sort of pre-sorted, if you will, from around the world, using our resources and knowing who's going to be coming to your booth from certain countries so that you're prepared to talk business with them.
In an earlier segment, we met commercial service staff from all over the world who come to big German shows like CeBIT, bringing buyer delegations from their home countries. So part of your preparation is contacting your local commercial service representative and arranging to meet delegation members at the show. Additional preparation involves monitoring the show website as exhibitors register. You can pre-plan who you'll visit, even emailing them in advance that you'll be coming. Many of the big exhibitors eagerly troll the show for smaller partners.
And we, IBM, we have always open ears for everybody. And if we can make business with an American company, with another company within the world, we are open-minded for all this.
Have your materials ready, know what you're looking for, understand how you've approached the market in North America, get good advice from others up front, from us, commercial service, as to how you might approach the market. Simply be prepared. Be prepared as you would prepare for any domestic initiative.
The biggest decision you'll make after the decision to go to the show is how you want to be represented here. You can come alone and walk the floor. You can rent booth space in the U.S. Pavilion. You can rent a table and chairs on the top floor of the pavilion, the CEO. You can rent a booth as part of a state delegation. Here's the Massachusetts delegation at a party in front of their booth. The least expensive booth space runs about $1,500 for the week. You can create your own booth using local help. And you can build your own mega booth. This one has an elevator and a restaurant on top. At trade shows, size doesn't have to matter, but knowing how to communicate with buyers does.
When it gets to literature, make sure you bring enough. People have no idea how many business cards they're going to go through. You really want to estimate on the high side.
You really need at least 2 or 3 people at the show. It's a long show. It's very tiring to have 1 or 2 people doing it. But don't bring too many people because you will have trouble fitting them onto a stand.
And how do you present information to an audience that is both technical and non-technical?
Combination of text and diagrams is a good thing. We have done it both ways. In the past, we have to use more diagrams. It all depends because the market have shifted. If you get customers who are very technical savvy, they will prefer the diagrams. If you got customers who are very managerial, they want to see most of the application, not the techy stuff. So you got to have a balance between both ways.
You have to be reflective of the audience, and in the main, that's still suit and tie or sports coat and tie.
Getting the word out about your products and company is an important challenge at any trade show. CeBIT offers a number of ways, like the Show Daily, a publication read by thousands of fair goers. No guarantees, but the commercial service will help you to try to get a placement. Another way to generate buzz is to attend a reception for the trade media. There are hundreds of journalists and photographers here from all over the world. This event has a separate cost for exhibitors because the press is more likely to come and to write favorable things if they are wined and dined.
One of the keys to success in these exhibitions is don't just come, go into your stand. This particular exhibition draws hundreds of thousands of people.
Talk to the people. Have a smile. You can have the best presentation with diagrams, with charts. Forget it. Talk to the people.
If you can't find a party, then start one.
And oh, the parties you'll see. And here's one other piece of advice.
You can actually get black, look like dress shoes, but they actually have rubber soles on them, and it's very important if you're going to be standing up all day.
With your sensible shoes, you need a sensible strategy for attracting buyers to your booth and getting them to linger there. Some exhibitors hire attractive assistants. Some will bend over backwards to attract a crowd. Others work to declutter their space.
It's very important, especially when there are multiple languages involved, to make it clear what it is that you're offering. It's amazing to find how many times you can't even tell what that company sells.
Redcom, a telecommunications hardware firm from New York, has been coming to CeBIT for many years. They avoid areas in the hall that are too close to mass transportation entrances and too far away from major foot traffic.
You have to have a location. It's just like in real estate. Location, location, location. Next time we will be in the same area, actually where our competitors are. And we'll take their rejects and see what we can do with them.
A tour of Redcom's booth is a tour of booth psychology.
You need certain amenities. You need to be able to sit down. Now, regular chairs, that's one of the issues, are not very practical because it looks like you're not doing anything. You're slouching off. So, in this case, you have these chairs on a discussion table. When you sit on there, it doesn't look like you're really sitting. It looks like you're partially standing. That means you're not sitting there and goofing off.
Redcom uses LCD TV monitors to present slideshows in different languages.
Motion always attracts people, regardless of what it is.
No upper pavilion restaurant here, but there is a kitchen, also used as a staging area for the next party.
One must keep the beer cool at all costs.
When the party's over, it's time to follow up on the leads.
Well, follow-ups after the show. I mean, if you keep track of every visitor in your show, make sure you got business cards, contact information, email addresses, fax, and everything. So at least after the show, you can personally send an email saying thank you for coming.
Before we break for a snack, let's review our key points. Return on investment can be significant at German trade shows like CeBIT, but preparation is key, and it's better to start many months in advance. The commercial service can be a big help in finding buyers and creating a strategy for the show, and the show website is an important tool. Platforms for selling come in different sizes and prices, but face-to-face contact and schmoozing are key. Bring along a nice suit and comfortable shoes. Bone up on booth psychology, whether straight-to-the-point signage or things that attract attention. And finally, be prepared to make a commitment to trade shows beyond 1 year.
First thing is, don't come to any of these exhibitions if you think this is a one-shot deal, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to sell whatever it is, and I'm never going back. That really is going to be a waste of your money and your time.